Internet. Hello, Henry. This is After Campfire. My name is Sam Rubenstein. I am in the city of Manhattan. There's dogs here. Um, I'm watching them with Sydney, and it's Sunday night, the 21st of May. Um, and I'm really excited to do this because I feel like I haven't done one in a while. There was a miscommunication where my calendar got thrown off because I've been waiting for like Henry's and I didn't see Henry's, and then I was waiting it and it didn't happen. So then my calendar has been off. So I was like, oh yeah, I have to do it this week, and I was like, no, you have to do it last week, and I was like, are you sure? And I was like, I don't think so. And so I have to now readjust my entire weekly calendar because I have to change my after campfire days on it, which is stupid, and I hate that. But now I'm here. I'm gonna readjust my calendar, and we're gonna be good. But I had a lot of things I want to talk about. So the first thing I want to talk about is in regards to something that Henry said, which is, we've been doing this for a while, and he's like, it hasn't been a decade. I'm like, Henry, it's been a decade, because I can tell you this started when I was doing videos for national office candidacy, which I was doing, and I cannot stress this enough, in 2013. So I started these in around June of 2013, um, which is quite the statement. Um, Now, what's wildly fun about this, is unless incredibly off, and I don't think I am, um, I might be actually. I'm looking at this. It may have been 2014. I may have just lost national office and was doing like a I lost national office video that you commented on, but it was around that time. So we're close. We're real close to a decade, which says a lot more about you than it does about me. So, um, with that in mind, we're gonna jump into these questions. We're gonna have a nice quick video. It'll be really cute. And then we'll just like live, we're just gonna live. So Henry, we're almost at a decade. We're not at a full decade, but we're there. um so that's the first thing. Sorry, Sydney had a quick question, so I paused the video, so now I'm back. Oh, I'm here. um so yeah, Sydney and I are in the city. We are here today. We're gonna be watching the dogs tonight. We I think I got 25,000 steps in today, because we walked her dogs all throughout Central Park twice. Like, we'll get that goes back to like Henry's question, but I want to kind of go to something that Henry brought up that was not his question, but like came up during like rent and stuff like that. Like, do you know how wild it is to look at apartments and houses right now? Like, rent for a good apartment in the New York, New Jersey area is a mortgage. So at that point, the question becomes, why don't we just save up and buy a house? Which like is a wilder sentence because like, yeah, I would love a house, but like in my mind, I'm not a house person yet. Like Henry wanted to be a house person, so Henry bought a house. Me, I'm not there yet mentally, and that's like a weird thing. Like, it's just strange to me. So we stopped really looking at apartments because that threw us for such a loop that we're now like trying to figure out what our next step is. But also at the same point in time, work has been driving me crazy. We're getting real close to the end of the school year, which means we're getting close to graduation, which is something I'm a part of. So like, I've been real busy. And yes, Henry, I was at camp for open house. I did want to make an open house video. You didn't give me that chance. It didn't get to happen. It's whatever. So here we are in the city. I feel like I've just been running nonstop for a month, and so like my brain is just things to talk about. One, I'm writing my fourth manuscript. I'm not writing it. I'm editing it. We are well past the point of writing. And that's fine. Like, we're working on it. We're getting there. I've had a bunch of poems published this past year, and like that feels pretty cool. Um, and then we'll see what happens next. On top of that, the TV show, the pilot, just got a donor, like a huge donor for funding. So we're back in business, baby. We're sending out EPKs. We're trying to get sales. You want to buy this show? You put it buy this show, which makes it really difficult to do right now with the writer's strike going on. So like, I'm not officially in any union. Um, I don't think any of the writers that are actively writing are, and that's fine. Like I'm super in favor of supporting the writers in the writers strike, but like it's a very weird time right now to be suddenly back into editing scripts and putting together EPKs. Um, they're the electronic packages for like TV shows. For those wondering, um, it's EPK is electronic program kit. But anyway, so that's a thing that's like going on. I've just been working nonstop. My D&D campaign, we're hitting the climax in like either this week or next week. Stuff's getting real. I've been hanging out with Brittany. I've been hanging out with John. I've been going to Yuri and Mel's wedding next week. I'm getting real busy. And so like there's so much to cover, and I feel like I don't have enough words to do that. Um, in this video. Um, so yeah, uh, I asked Henry what is his favorite after Campfire videos to go back to, and he's talking. Oh, this is a time capsule. There's one that comes up a lot. Henry really likes the 2016 presidential election ones. They were, I think, what's so interesting about that one is the fact that I was able to talk to Isaac. And we did like an hour-long chat. Like it was wildly, insanely long, but it was so much fun. And I would love to bring on guests again and like talk to people that way. But at the same point in time, I love the guest episodes. I love New Year's Day episodes. I love Memorial Day. I like when there's a crowd of us and like it just makes it sillier and it makes it weird. And you get like not just the after campfire, like, oh, us, but you realize like after campfire is based on our community that we developed at camp and like the friends that we made and like the world that we have. Um, and that's really special to me. And so I'm a little bit sad that I missed the open house one because Henry was like, no, I don't know when I'm making my video. You can't stop me. I'm going to Mexico. And so, yeah. But anyway, the point is, um, I I am wondering. I would say yeah, any of the ones with guests in it, whether it's Sydney Gee, Brittany. Back when I was able to get Gwen to do these with me for a bit. Um, uh, Alicia has not been in one because she doesn't want to be on camera. But like we've gotten Jasper, uh, Carly Showman's been in them. Uh, Corinne's been in one, I think. We got Mike Bynack in before he went and did Mike Bynack things. Um, Dan, Mel, like we've gotten a lot of people in these. I think it's like really cool. So those are some of my favorites just because they show off kind of like what this is all about. Now Henry asked me if there's any Henryisms, and I don't. I had to think about this because like yes and no. Like I don't look at like phrases and go Henry says that. I look at like specific moments. Like when I was climbing these rocks, I was like, Cena doesn't want to climb rocks with me. You know who climbed rocks with me? Henry would climb rocks with me, and we'd take cool pictures, and we'd look like losers, and it'd be great. So that's one. Um, hold on one second. Hi there. Sorry again. I feel really bad. Sydney was watching TikToks in the background. And I couldn't like hear because I was afraid that you would hear. I don't know if you could hear, but if you can hear them, Sydney has great taste in like videos, and I love her very much. But I my brain can only do one thing at a time, and I'm struggling to do one. Um, I want to get Sydney onto one of these at some point, but she won't. Sydney, would you ever come and be in an after campfire video? Would you ever be in an after campfire video with me? She said maybe. I don't believe her. So yeah, Henryisms. Like I feel like there's just like things where like Henry would do that with me, or like every so often, uh, back when I would like own the Wii, it would just be like Wii. Was one that we would say often. But I don't know if there's like I think of Henry like I think of you in like the action more than the phrase. I don't know. That's the best way to say it. And like, there's not a moment where I'm like, it's a Henryism. There's moments where I'm like, if Henry were here, life would be different. But yeah, that's my answer. Henry is an experience, not a phrase. Uh, yeah, that's my question. Obviously, Henry, you're gonna say like, what's the Samisms, and that'll be great. But Henry, my question to you, um, because people are talking about the reunion, people are talking about this. Um, what is something that you expect to do with the this summer? Like what's something that you feel like you need to do this summer? The weather's getting nicer, the sun's getting out longer. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I don't know a good question. I'm trying to think. Like how do I say this in like a cool way? Like this summer I have a bunch of plans because it's gonna be my first summer home. Actually, you know what? We're changing the question. We're redoing it right now, Henry. Um, it's gonna be my first summer home in a while, like a good long time. Um, what what should I do and what should I expect for my first summer not going to camp in however many years it's been since the last time I didn't show up at camp at all? Let me know, help me out, talk to me, talk me through it. All right. Goodbye.